Hi, Librans. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at November 24 through November 30th. And it's quite unbelievable just how quickly this year is moving along. It's like we've been put into the Concorde and magically, fast forwarded 3 months. I really feel like we've skimmed 3 months off the year because it's nearly over in a month. And this week, it's Thanksgiving in the US. Thanksgiving, of course, is the last Thursday of every November and a time when we give thanks as Americans for our bounty, the food and, the crops and the farmers and, all those sorts of things. We magically skip over the fact that millions of American Indians were slaughtered so that we could have this bounty, much like the Australians in Aboriginals in Australia. However, I just feel like it's so long ago now, and it's just impossible to do anything to make amends for what was done. And one thing the American Indians have done is do very well with casinos here, and they've taken their rights back that way. So it's amazing how things work out and everyone's happy. So do give thanks, Librans. Give thanks for your bounty. Whatever you feel your bounty is. It might be your dog. It might be your kids. It might be your lover, your partner, your job. It might be your home. It doesn't have to necessarily be giving thanks to family, because a lot of people, actually, not some, a lot of people don't have a lot of family or are far flung from their family. And as I was talking about in my relationship advice for December, your family basically these days is your tribe of friends and how you make your family. It's not necessarily people you're related to by blood. It's people you're related to by love and by having common interests and by being together through thick and thin, which is not something you can automatically say for family. The whole tradition is changing, and a lot of people are choosing to, like gay couples are choosing to have children and move away from not necessarily through a family donor, and so spreading the family out that way and bringing in new genetics. It's really, really an interesting time right now. And so don't get too fixated on your family, especially if your family connection is a loose one, to say the very least. Now, Mercury, the communicator, moves into Scorpio, joining Venus, your ruler, and the Sun, all transiting your third house of communication, short trips, siblings. So speaking of family, if there's something that needs to be said to a sibling or done or, celebrated, it's really worth your time and energy to do it. It'll be very, very well received, and they'll be very grateful for it. And it'll all be part of this Thanksgiving thing about being, grateful for things, being happy. In everything, give thanks, Librans. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm thanking you. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you again next week.